looking pretty good. So let's go ahead, add one more move in, and then we'll probably leave it at there. Okay, so we're at June B. Palm strike 1. Punch, punch. Hands come to our left side. Square block. Reach out. Uppercut. Now from here, what we're going to do is this hand that's doing the uppercut, we're going to reach out. Other hand's going to come to our belt. We're going to pick our foot up, go into a fixed stance, and punch with the same side hand. So notice my left or my right leg's in front, or right leg's out, so my right hand's punching. Okay, so do that again. June B. Come through, palm strike 1. Punch, punch.
Yeah. Come on, girl.
Hands on our belt.
Dancing.
Square block. Uppercut. We're in that fixed stance now, right? Or a back stance now, right? Come through, fixed stance, punch.
Other hand, Parker. Punch with the other hand, Parker. Punch with the other hand. There you go.
So I know this form is going to be a little confusing in the beginning because I know we're used to usually, you know, we do 2 or 3 moves on this side, we do the 2 or 3 moves on this side, you know, the same 2 or 3 moves on this side. So this form's kind of not that style. All right, so it's going to be a little interesting, okay, especially in the beginning portion. But I want us to working on those details. So we're here. Let's do it one more time, and then we'll go into in the split challenge. Then we'll call it a day. We'll wrap it up. So we're here. Come through palm strike 1. Punch, punch. Come through square block and a back stance. Reach out, chamber, uppercut. Chamber, fixed stance, punch. And Dexter, you want to punch with the other hand, buddy. Make sure when we're doing that. So I'll do it facing. So we're here. So we're at that square block, right? We come through, we uppercut. Now what's going to happen though is, so I'm in that back stance. I'm going to, the hand that's already out, I'm going to keep it out. The hand with the foot that's in front, I'm going to bring to my belt as I pick that foot up. And then I'm going to extend my step and punch with the same hand, just like so. Okay, just like so. All right, from here, Mr. Cardi, how long do we got for splits today?
Sorry, I muted myself. 1.6 minutes. So what is that? 1 minute and 40? I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay.
That sounds about right.
Well, I'm gonna get my timer going. All right.
Get myself.
All right, we ready, Ms. McCarty?
I'm ready. Yes, Alexander, what's your question, bud? Hang on, let me unmute you. What, bud?
Can we tell you what our favorite thing that the Easter Bunny gives us for Easter?
After we get done with the split challenge, okay?
Okay.
All right, get in the split challenge, everybody.
All right, everyone splits. Whenever Ms. McCarty says go, we'll start the time.
I gotta make sure everybody's in the splits, though. Not everybody's there. Noah, come on, man. Parker, Lion. All right, let's go. He put some pillows under Anna's legs because she's the split queen. She can do these like crazy. I don't know if she can hear me. Name Man, are you doing the splits?
I'm on the floor.
Lion, get off those knees, bud. Come on, hang in there. Hang in there, guys.
Doing great, doing great. Almost finished. I promise we have less time than what we did when we started.
Getting close. You're getting close. Hang in there just a little longer. You're going to be split pros by the end of all this. Almost there. 10 seconds. Time.
All right, very good. All right, so I want to say great job to everybody today. Continue working on that form at home, okay, throughout the time. All right, and just keep practicing, okay? Keep practicing everything you know. Keep practicing everything you know. All right. All right, everyone, let's go to attention. And back in Yate. Student intent and begin. Honor, courage, integrity, perseverance, self-control, courtesy, and community. Balkinye and June B. All right, team. So what we're going to do today, we're going to start off with a warm-up. We're going to start off with some squats. All right, so squats for 45 seconds, just like so. To help with keeping your back straight, look, you can also look up to the sky, all right, to keep that back straight. Okay, we're going to do that for 45 seconds. Let me get the timer started. 45 seconds, squats, and begin.
Amelia, what's your question, sweetheart? I can't hear you. You can't hear Mr. Estes?
Let me see something real quick. Let me see if I can do this.
Is your audio up on your iPad, sweetheart?
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Keep doing the squats, everybody else. Keep doing those squats.
Can you hear me? Is that a yes? Amelia, can you hear me?
I don't think so.
All right, next one we're going to do is we're going to do lunges for 45 seconds. Okay, lunges for 45 seconds, just like so. Miss Ricardi, if you can just like type out to her or something, do the best she can to just kind of like follow along. I know it makes it hard when can't hear, but as long as I'll try to remember to, you know, really fully like demonstrate to be on point where she can stay with us. Very good, very good. 10 seconds, 10 seconds. All right, from here, we're going to go ahead and get on our back. What we're going to do is we're going to bring our feet up off the ground. We're going to take our hands to one side, and we're going to alternate sides, called Russian twist, and begin. Going from side to side. Now, with our feet being off the ground, that's helping with our balance. Okay, it's helping with our balance. So we're keeping them up. We're going from side to side, just like so. Very good, very good. 10 more seconds. Good, good, good. Keep going through, keep going through. All right, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do flutter kicks. So notice I'm putting my hands right under my butt, all right, right on my back to help. My legs are gonna be locked up, and I'm going from side up and down, just like so. Very good, very good. Keeping it going. I'm gonna come up and see how everyone's doing. Keep those legs nice and locked out. Come on, Reed, you got this, buddy. Give me your best, dude. Very good, very good. Keeping it going, keeping it going. 20 seconds, halfway there. See those legs going up and down. When you go down, you do not want to touch the ground all the way. You want to be about just a little bit from the ground, so like an inch or two. Okay, while one leg's up, the other one's almost to the ground, but not fully. 5 seconds. Awesome, hand time. Okay, the next one, last one we're gonna do is we're gonna do some push-ups. We're gonna go down on our belly. We're gonna be doing push-ups for 45 seconds. Best you can. Ready, and begin. Very good. Keep it going. Keep it going. 15 seconds. Do as many as you can. Do as many as you can. 10 seconds. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, and time. All right. From here, let's go ahead and stretch it out. We're going to take our hands, forward arm swings. Fix your belt if you need to, uniform, all that good stuff. Forward arm swings. Very good, very good. And backwards. Awesome. All right, now from here, we're going to take this hand, we're going to take it across. We're going to pull it in. Very good, very good. Holding it. Really pulling it in and switch. Awesome job, awesome job. Holding it, really getting that stretch in. Awesome. Now from here, we're going to take the hand, put it behind us. We're going to grab our elbow and pull in. Now to help with this stretch even more, you want to take your chin, even though looking down feels more comfortable, I want you to lift your chin up. I want you to lift your chin up. That'll increase that stretch. Excellent, excellent. And go ahead and switch to the other side. Very good, very good. Holding it. All right, now take your arms out and arm swings. Perfect, perfect. All right, from here, go ahead. And that was more or less just kind of like shaking it out. Now let's go ahead and do hip circles. Very good. And let's go the other way. Awesome job, awesome job. All right, now let's go ahead, have a seat, and we're gonna go to butterfly stretch. Butterfly stretch. So when you do this, you're gonna bring your feet in, take those elbows, push those knees down as far as you can. Very good. Now let's take our chest and let's go down to the floor as low as we can. I want you to keep your chin up still a little bit. I don't want you looking fully down. You don't have to look fully to the sky, but I just want you looking straight in front of you, directly in front of you. What you're doing when you're doing that is you're actually taking pressure off of your neck, which is very important. Very good. All right, now let's take one leg out and reach out. Reach for your toes. Go as far down as you can. Very good. And switch other side. Excellent, excellent. All right, from here, take your feet apart. And now what I want you to do is I want you to go from side to side. I want you to count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Go to the other side. 2, 3. Just like so. And down the middle. Now, there's multiple ways you can do down the middle. You can either go down and hold, or you can do like what I like to do, where I go down and I'll reach, I'll come back up, I'll reach a little further, come back up, reach a little further, and keep pushing. Very good, very good. All right, let's go ahead and stand back up. Now what we're gonna do is take our hands, put them behind our back. We're gonna take it ear to shoulder. Excellent, and up and down.
No.
Very good, and left to right. Nice, team. Now head circles, almost through with stretching. And let's go the other way. Very good job. And attention stance. And balcony, yay. All right, so from here, go ahead, Juby. So what we're gonna do is, like I said, for those of you that have taken class last night with me and we did those front kicks, we're gonna kind of do the similar thing today. The only difference is we're gonna change it up and we're gonna do a different style of kick and some different ways of doing it. So today we're gonna focus on that side kick. Okay, so what we're gonna do first is we're focusing on a few things when we're doing these kicks. We're focusing on making sure we chamber properly. When we kick, making sure our foot shape is proper. Okay, so what I mean by that is when we come through and do that side kick, I'm hitting with the heel of my foot. So everyone point at the heel of your foot. Let me see that you know what the heel of your foot is. Very good. And that my toes are sideways. Okay, so my toes are sideways. I'm hitting with the heel. All right, so that's what I mean by foot shape. And then we're looking at that rechamber. Okay, so that's the 3 main things we're looking for while we're doing the drills for today. All right, so what I want everyone to do is I want everyone to get into a sparring stance. Okay, so everyone's in a sparring stance, whichever leg's in front first, we will do both sides. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do the front leg side kick, number 1 side kick. So hands are up. So to chamber for a side kick properly, you bring that knee to your chest, okay, or the back elbow. Either way is accurate, either way is about the same place. So you wanna bring that knee in as close as you can, and then push out, and then bring it back in and set it down, all right? This kick does require a lot of balance, a lot of leg strength. Another way to help with this kick is when I'm here, notice my back foot is pointed to the side, right, at the moment. When I go to kick, my heel points towards the screen, okay, because I'm kicking towards the screen, right? So my heel is going to point towards the screen. I'm pivoting. That helps with my balance, okay? Notice I can now hold this a lot longer than I could if I'm just like so, and then I go to kick. All right, I fall over, okay? So having that foot pivoted helps you make sure you don't fall. All right, so here we go. 1 leg in front. Number 1 side kicks. My count. We're gonna do 5 each leg. You ready? And 1, Good. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Very good. Other side. Other side. Here we go. Same thing. 1. Good. 2. Excellent. 3. 4. And 5. Awesome. All right. So switch to the other side again. Back to the beginning side. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do a number 1 side kick. And then after we do that number 1 side kick and set it down, as soon as we set that foot down, the other leg's going to come all the way around to do a side kick, to do a number 2 side kick. All right, so we're here. We're going to take our front foot, side kick. As soon as it lands, come around. I pivot, side kick with the other leg. All right, so we're going to be changing legs. Okay, here we go. Does anybody have any questions or anything like that before we do this? I want to make sure that everyone's on the same page. Peyton, you got a question. What's up?
Can you show me again?
Yes, I can show you again. So when we're here, so I'm going to pick my front foot up, right? I'm going to do that side kick that we just did. And then when we land it, my back leg is going to come in front of my body, right? So it's going to come to the front of my body. I'm going to have to spin my foot, to pivot my foot all the way around, to where then I can go through it and kick with the other leg. Okay, so you're spinning in front of your body, all right? So we're not doing a spin side kick as of yet, but it does require us to spin it in front of our body to be able to bring it through. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, cool. Does anybody else have any questions before we get started? All right, I don't see any other hands up, so we're gonna go ahead and get it going. So from here, all right, whatever leg's in front, ready, and 1. Front leg to the back leg. Now, when you do this, by the way, I want you, after you do that number 2, I want you to land it in front and then bring it back, okay? Land it in front, then bring it back. 2. Very good. 3. Excellent. Nice side kicks today. Nice side kicks. 4. Good. Remember, making sure foot shape. Make sure we're hitting them with that heel. And 5. All right, go ahead and put the other leg in front. We're gonna do the same thing now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna count, but I wanna watch everybody do it. Okay, I'm gonna take a second and watch everybody, see how we're doing. All right, here we go. We ready? And 1. Nice, Andrew. 2. Perfect, Flappers. Good, Peyton. 3. Nice, Reed. Make sure we're bringing that knee to our chest, though, everybody. Make sure we're bringing that knee to our chest. Okay, if you bring your foot to your butt, we're preparing for the round kick. I want you to bring that knee to your chest, so that way you can push out, because that's what a side kick is a pushing kick, right? Whether it's a target or, sparring or, whatever may be, okay, you're pushing into it, okay? You're pushing into it. And the benefit of hitting it with that heel is because that is what's connected to your leg, so you have a lot more power through it, where if you hit with your toes, you don't have a lot of stuff behind it to be helping with it. Okay, here we go. And 4. Very good. Some people got some beautiful side kicks. I'm telling you. And 5. Awesome job. All right, go ahead and put the other leg in front. From here, what we're going to do now, we're going to now add one more kick to this, okay? For black belts, I will give you the option to add black belts, you're going to add the jump to this last one, okay? Color belts, you have the option to add the jump, or you can just do it standing. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our front leg and do a number 1 side kick to a number 2 side kick to a spin side kick, okay? Black belts, like I said, you're gonna jump spin. So after we do that number 2 side kick here, then you're going to jump spin side kick. All right, once you're working on those jumps. All right, so like I said, color belts, you have the option to jump as well if you want, if you're comfortable with the spin side kicks and are used to it. If not, then I want you focusing on the spins mainly, okay? From here, so we're here. Like I said, what we're gonna do is we're going to do the number 1, then we're going to land it, do the number 2, and then for color belts, when you land it in front, I can't turn this way, right? This way I can't turn very far. But if I turn the other way, I can go all the way through and side kick with the other foot. So what we're doing here is I'm going to do so this is my left leg, all right? My left leg does a side kick. My right leg's gonna do a side kick. And then guess what? My left leg does another side kick. Okay, so we're alternating feet every time. Okay, alternating feet every time. Does anybody have any questions on that or needs me to show it again? No, we're good, we're good. All right, here we go. First round I'm gonna do with the jumps. Second round I'll do it with just the spin. Actually, I'll do the first 1 or 2 with the spins. Last 3 I'll do with jumps. Correction. All right, so we're here. 1 leg's in front, hands are up. Here we go, and 1. I'm doing the spin now, so that way those of us color ranks can see it. 2. Very good. Now I'm gonna throw that jump in for a black belt. Here we go.
Looks good,
Like I said,
Peyton and
color
Andrew.
ranks, like I said, for your color ranks, you're optional to do the jump if you want. Not required. All right, here we go. 3. Very nice. That was good jump, Swipers. Very good, very good. I love
Nice,
it too because
Thomas.
both of you are in sync with each other, which is awesome too. Y'all jump and land at the same time. That's cool. All right, here we go. Hands are up. And 4.
Good, Leo.
If y'all have ever thought about doing team form competitions at tournaments, yeah, y'all would be a good team to do it. And 5. All right, let's put the other leg in front.
That was a
want everyone
crazy
to do-
spin, Wesley.
What I want you to do now with the other leg in front, so most typically whenever you pick the foot you want in front, it's usually the one that you feel the most comfortable on and things of that nature. So what I want you to do now with the other leg in front, I want you to just kind of walk through real quick to get an idea of the directions you're going. Okay, so, we're gonna do the 1 front side kick, then the back side kick, and then the spin side kick with a jump. I just want you kind of walking through it to get used to kind of where you're going. Okay, I want you to get used to kind of where you're going because once we start changing it up and then adding those spins in, it does get a little crazy. All right, so this time, again, I'm not gonna do it with you. I'm gonna watch with Miss McCarty so that way we can see everybody. And I wanna see how good our kicks are. I wanna see if after this is the last round, I wanna see how good our kicks are after doing so many side kicks. Everyone ready? Hands up. All right, remember, number 1 side kick to a number 2 side kick to a spin and or spin jump. All right, here we go. And 1. Nice, Mason. Good, Mason Williams. 2. Good, Maddie.
And Madison.
And 3. Let's see it, Reed. Get those hands up. Nice, buddy. Reed, when you do that spin side kick, the last one, I want you to spin the other way. Okay, remember you spin towards that back leg. So for
That's good,
example, I'm going to
Fivers.
show you here.
Woohoo!
When we do the side kick here, and we do that back leg. Good. Now freeze. Now spin the other way. There you go. That's what I want to see, buddy. Very good job. All right, here we go. What number was on? 4. Very nice. Very nice. And
Looks good,
5.
Andrew. Try a jump for me, Andrew.
And 5. Let's see it.
Yeah, man. Good job.
Good, Leo. Nice, Wesley. Almost landed it. Almost landed it, but good try. Good try. Hey, it's okay. I have fallen so many times doing different kinds of kicks. It's all right. As long as you get back up and try it again. That's what matters. All right. So from here, let's go ahead. What I want to do today now is, I know some of us were here with us last night. So we're going to revisit the moves that we did last night and potentially add more in if we got time. But for those of you that weren't, what I'm going to do before we get into the actual form, I want to take the moves and break them down. I want to go through the moves step by step. All right. So the first move we're going to do is a form style palm strike. So what I want you to do, you have the option now if you want to go ahead and get into a sitting stance or not. Okay. The sitting stance is the stance that we're going to do with it. What I want you to do is I want you to take your right hand, make a fist in front of you. Other hand, I want you to curl the fingers and look at, if you notice my fingers here, they're curled in, but my palm is showing. Okay. So this hand's a fist. You can't really see my palm fully. This one you can. Okay. So we're going to do a palm strike right here in front of us. Okay. So I want you practicing that. I want you taking your right hand out with the fist, palm strike with the left, and I want you to continuously transition to there. Okay. And the other thing that I want you to notice too is when I'm doing that, okay, I'm not going low, I'm not going high. If you look at where my jacket is, my dobok is, okay, you see where it connects and makes that V, this is a body strike. So I'm coming to that position of my form or my uniform, okay? That's ideally where you want to be at, somewhere in this general area. Another thing that's very detailed that I see so many people have done in the past is when they do a move, when they're here, they go like this. Notice my shoulders are not aligned. I want you to have your shoulders straight and I want you to move your hands. So, you know, if we're here, yes, it looks like it's centered, but when I really straighten my arms up, notice my hands nice and straight. I'll turn this way. I want you moving your hands, not your shoulders, okay? Like I said, that's just a small detail, picky detail that I watch, is to see are your shoulders moving or are your hands moving, okay? So I want you here, boom, boom. We're just gonna do one side because it is only one side. This form, the cycles form is my favorite form. There is not really much consistency to it. And what I mean by that is having, you know, X amount of moves this way, we do the X amount of moves this way. It's all kind of combobulated. So it's a fun form to do for tournaments and things of that nature. All right, from here. So the next couple moves are just punches. So when you punch, okay, especially in the form, make sure remember your thumb is out. Okay, do not have that thumb in. That is the worst mistake you'll do once, and then learn not to do that again. Okay, especially when you go to punch the target or something like that. So make sure fingers in, thumb in front, punching in front of you, just like so. Take the next few seconds and just punch in front of you. Okay, remember, looking at to where your jacket comes together, or if you don't have a jacket on, the center of your chest roughly. And I want you punching, getting used to moving your hands. Keeping your shoulders nice and stiff, making sure they're not moving, and just punching with your hands.
Looks good, Leo. Nice and strong, bud. Fully extend them, Wesley. Get those arms up fully extended. There.
Very good, very good. All right, so the next move we're going to do is a move that I believe correctly, we have done before. So most of you should be somewhat familiar with it, but we are going to revisit it. And yes, I see Ms. Pfeiffer there demonstrating too. I can see it in the little tiny screen there. But yes, so what I want you to do is I want you to make, I wasn't meaning that in any negative way, I was just picking on you. But what I want you to do is I want you to close your fist as if you're holding change. Okay, I want you to imagine that you're holding change in your hand, you know, quarters, dimes, pennies, nickels. Don't let go. I want you to take one hand to your side, point it up. Okay, I want you to take the other one, and I want you to set it on top of it, pointing up as well. Okay, so that way you do not lose that change. Don't lose that change. What we're going to do is, we're going to do a square block. Okay, notice, as I came through, my hands rotated out, right? So I'm doing an outer forearm block and a high block at the same time. And the reason why it's called a square block is because roughly this hand's a 90 degree, this elbow is a 90 degree, and this elbow is roughly a 90 degree. Okay, so we're here, boom. Okay, practice that. Practice that. Making sure it's nice and strong and sharp. I don't want to see, you know, just doing it fast. I really want you concentrating on that move, getting a feel for it, understanding it, understand what you're doing. Now, for those that like to have the sense of what you're doing here, okay, why? The question why is it's as if somebody has, you know, some type of, you know, sticks or anything like that, a weapon of some sort that is two weapons, right? What you're doing is they're coming at you like this, okay, from either side, you know, whichever way works, and you're blocking your head and blocking your chest at the same time, making sure they don't hit you, okay? So continue practicing on that. Very good, very good. All right, moving on to the next one. All right, moving on to the next one is I want you to grab like you're grabbing somebody's shoulder. The other hand, I want you to make a fist pointing downward. Okay, what we're gonna do, you're here, there's gonna be two things we're gonna do at the same time. Okay, I'm gonna break it down real quick, but we're gonna do this at the same time. You're gonna take this hand and touch your other shoulder. As you're doing that, the other hand's gonna come up and do an uppercut. Okay, so we're here, just like so. Notice my elbows are touching, okay, and I'm not uppercutting, you know, to, you know, for example, really high, or, you know, somebody's face or anything like that. I'm going to the body, all right? I'm going to the body level, okay? What you're doing, like I said, is, so after you block them, okay, this is the move after the square block. Once you block them, since they're fully extended, what you're gonna do is you're grabbing their shoulder, you're coming through and boom, pulling them into you, all right? And then now we're gonna go ahead and practice that for a few seconds, actually. Go ahead and practice that. So I want you here, boom. And notice when I'm doing it, I don't know if you can hear it necessarily over on the in your house, but when I'm hitting my chest, I'm actually hitting strong enough to where I'll try to do it this side. I'm hitting it strong enough to where I'm making that noise. Okay, that gives that power. Yeah, it gives that power. All right. And then again, same thing. Our hands rotate. Our wrists rotate. Very good, very good. All right, so let's review stances now that we're going to go into for the next few ones. So the first stance is going to be our sitting stance. So let's practice that, okay? Let's review it just briefly. Remember, sitting stance is a little more than shoulder width apart. Now, I know this is very comfortable where my feet are right now, but you really want to make sure your feet are out to where you can see a straight line. Bend your knees, back is nice and straight, all right? That's the first stance we're going to be working with today. The second stance we're going to be working with today is our back stance. Okay, so remember, our feet make the letter L. Both knees are bent. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hips, watch my hips. I'm going to lean backwards a little bit. Okay, so this is my back leg. This is my front leg. I'm going to lean back a little bit. Both knees are nice and bent. The only difference is I'm leaning backwards a little bit. Okay. And then the last stance we're going to work with today is our fixed stance. So remember, the fixed stance is the back stance, but extended like a sitting stance length. Okay, and then I'm more 50-50 in the middle, so kind of like I'm sitting on the edge of a chair. All right, so from there, let's go ahead and move into the form. All right, we'll move into the form. So what we're going to do, Junbi for this form, like I said, is one of my favorite forms. It is Wadong. What you're going to do is you're going to take this hand, your right hand, you're going to spear it down in front of you, feet are together, you're in a closed stance, feet are together. Your left hand's going to go on top, just like so. Okay, that is Junbi for the form here. What we're going to do, first move, we're going to transition into that sitting stance. But before we do that, we're going to lift our leg up. We're going to extend out like we were practicing those palm blocks. And we're going to land in our sitting stance, palm block. Okay, remember, noticing where it's is on your chest, okay? Make sure your shoulders are nice and aligned. Then from here, we're going to punch with one hand, punch with the other. As the first two moves of the form. Those punches, 2 punches are counted as one move. All right, so I want you practicing that. Okay, so let's do it again. We're at June B. Come through, palm block 1. Punch, punch 2. Make sure the first move is a palm block or a palm strike. Not a palm block, sorry, palm strike. Make sure that first move is a palm strike. And then the following 2 moves are actual punches. Okay, make sure they are actual punches. So up close and personal, what I'm doing is I'm here, palm strike. Notice like how my hand is. And I'm going to punch 1, punch 2. So go ahead and keep practicing that for just a second. Really concentrating on that sitting stance, making sure those knees are bent, make sure those heels are pushed out, all that good stuff. Okay, we want to make sure we have great front stance or a sitting stance. Great for sitting stance. All right, here we go. Excellent, team. All right, from here, let's go ahead and move on. Let's add another move in. So we're here at June B. I don't know why I always step forward and then my feet end up coming out of the screen. All right, so we're here. Come through, palm strike. Everyone do it with me. Punch, punch 2. We're gonna hold that change, put it on our side. We're going to convert into a back stance square block. Now remember, when you land, you want to move everything and land everything at the same time. Okay, so I know for the first couple times when I do a form, you know, I'm breaking it down for you. But eventually, you know, we're here. I want you to land everything at the same time. Okay, that way everything moves and it stops at the same time. Okay, your body's one, so use it as one. Here we go, June B. Feet together. Good. 1, 2, 3. Good. Now, when you do that, notice that this leg doesn't move, but this leg goes from a sitting stance to that back stance. Okay, that's what you're doing there. All right. So the first 2 moves are in the same stance, and then we transition. All right. Well, practice on your own. Feet together, starting at June B, and then going through. Focusing on those details. I do not want to see fast movement. I want to see you focusing on those details and really thinking about that form. Okay, really concentrating, really focusing, making sure each move is executed properly. It's better to do that now and to continue doing that through the cycle than, for example, do it like, you know, Sloppy Joe kind of deal. That's the joke that I always used a long time ago. You know, if it looked like Sloppy Joe, and then, you know, trying to detail it later. So go ahead, continue practicing. About another 15 seconds, then we're gonna add some more. Good, now read. Make sure, dude, when you're doing the moves, I want you chambering. So from the first move, Reed, are you listening, buddy? I want you chambering, then land. Then before you do that square block, I want you to chamber the hands on the side like you're holding that chain. Then go into it. Okay, the forms look good. I wanted to see those chambers. Much better. That was better. All right, so from here, let's go ahead and move on. So we're here at June B. Everyone chamber, palm strike, punch 1, punch 2, chamber, square block. And then from here, we're going to reach out, hand comes down. We're gonna do that move where we hit our shoulder and then do the uppercut. Go. Very good. All right, so that's the next move. That's the 4th move. So we're at June B, let's do it again. Feet together. Chamber 1. Punch, punch. Chamber, square block. All right, go ahead and take the next 30 seconds or so. Practice on that on your own. I will continue to do it in the screen, so if you need to use me as a reference to follow along, you are more than welcome to. Remember, looking at your stances, looking at the chambers, looking at your hands, making sure, are they faced the right way? Are they positioned the right way? Is each hand where they're supposed to be? So like this one's on top, this one's out in front, you know, things of that nature. All right, and from here, let's go ahead, add the last move we're gonna work on today. Okay, we're gonna add the last move we're gonna work on today. So everyone go to June B. We're gonna come up, palm strike, punch, punch, chamber, square block, chamber, uppercut. Right now, from here, the hand that's doing the uppercut, we're going to extend it out. The other hand's going to come to our belt. So your left hand is out, the right hand's at your belt. You're going to pick your foot up, convert to a fixed stance, and punch with the same side hand, just like so. Okay? So that's the last move we're going to work on today. Go ahead and go back to June B. Chamber. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Now this form does have 29 moves. Okay, so for all of our advanced, so for us advanced and black belts, we are going to be doing 29 moves, which is perfectly fine. Okay, but we are going to be taking it step by step because, like I said, this is the beginning of the cycle, so I don't want to overdo it and try to teach you like half the form in one day. I would rather take the time, you know, go step by step and really focus on those details now. So go ahead, take the next 30 seconds or so, and I want you to work on that on your own. I will do it here. That way you can use me as a reference. Very good, very good. Now, does anybody have any questions on the form? Does anybody have any questions on the form? Okay. All right, from here, let's go ahead and go into the split challenge. We're doing 1 minute and 40 seconds. Last class, me and Mr. Cardi actually had to do some math to figure out how long we had, but how long it was, because on the paper it said something like 1.6 minutes or something like that, and it was like conversion rate. But so we're gonna do 1 minute 40. All right, 1 minute 40. So once Mr. Cardi sees everybody in the splits, we will start the time. Everyone go into the splits. Splits, as low as you can go.
Wesley, that's not the splits. I see you. Get in the splits, sir.
The quicker everybody gets in those splits, the quicker we can get through this.
All
We
right.
gotta wait.
And begin. Come on, Reed. Get down there, bud.
You can do it, buddy. I know you can. Make sure you stay off those knees. Make sure everybody stays off those knees.
Hang in there, Reed, man. I hope you're not on those knees. If it hurts, come up a little bit, bud. Look, sister's doing it. Sorry, my phone messages keep going off.
It's all right. Gives us a little music to do while we're doing splits.
Come on, Reed. Come on, Reed. Sister's doing it with you.
Virtual online class is starting soon. I can only imagine. I wonder who's teaching that class.
I don't know.
I mean, it
Hang
looks
in
like
there. We're
I
almost there, guys and gals.
mean, it looks like I have to take it. I mean, I got the message.
Right?
No, I'm just kidding. All right, keep doing it, guys. Guys and girls, you're doing great. Doing great. Tia.
Almost 10 seconds. 10 seconds.
Oh, look at that. Nothing. Nothing. It's just 10 seconds. That is nothing.
All right. And come on, stop.
Awesome. Perfect. Wonderful. All right. So from here, I want to say great job to everybody today. It was good seeing everybody. Great practicing. Keep practicing at home. Okay. Keep practicing at home on your own time. I promise you, the more you practice outside of just doing it in class, the easier it's going to be to remember it and to be able to do it and things of that nature. If you wait and don't do anything until next class, then, you know, some moves that may be a little confusing again. Okay. So make sure practicing, watching last night's video recording, watching today's recording, things of that nature. All
Getting
right.
on the app.
Yep, get on the app, things of that nature. We've got tons of ways you can get practice. Private lessons are still there. All right, so make sure we're working on all that. Go ahead.